and gentlemen, welcome to Written on the Canvas, the show all about wrestling, but mostly for our passion for the WWE.
Then, now, forever together.
From the good, the bad, and the ugly of it all, I'm your host, Jacklyn, and in my corner is...
Hey, you got Brian.
In this episode, we ask, who is Senor America? We talk about the Judgment Day a lot. Jacklyn finally gets the chance to tell us what got her into wrestling. And as sure as the sun set, we make fun of The Rock. But as usual, just our regular rambling. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Written on the Canvas. My name is Brian.
The marks are back.
The marks are back, and we are here with a vengeance. My name is Brian, and in my corner is the one, the only, the reigning, defending, undisputed, Written on the Canvas champion, Jacklyn.
You know what? That Heyman is not that bad. Yeah, I'll give you your flowers for that. That wasn't bad.
Thank you
that
very
wasn't
much.
Bad.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So I feel like we forgot to talk about something, I think, in the pilot, because our second episode was urgent, which was completely fair. I mean, John Cena turned heel. That was pretty big. But we forgot to talk about how I got back into watching wrestling. I mean, you did.
That's true.
I went through the footage and I'm like, when did I get to talk about my part? But okay, I guess I forgot.
Yes, we did.
I guess it's show and tell, but it's mostly tell. Can you lead it up with a question?
Okay. What was the segment that you remember most from your childhood, and perhaps even one that you thought, yeah, I think I can get behind this?
Okay, I went into it blindly as a child because I couldn't comprehend a lot of it. I just saw it as family matters, family affairs, fighting, I'm mad, custody match. But now as an adult, what got me into it was probably, well, this was 3 years ago, going on 4 years. I thought wrestling was kind of lame, gimmicky. I thought it was for dorks, but who am I to say that? Because I am one. I got bored one evening and I decided to go channel surfing, and Raw was on, so I just figured, fuck it, I'll watch it. And there was a match with Ricochet, and I wasn't really impressed. Then a women's match was next, and Charlotte Flair came out. And of course, I was like, oh, wow, we have some blonde coming out. Woo! Again, wasn't impressed. And then Rhea came out, and I'm like, okay, hold the fucking phone. How long has it been? And why does she look like that? What? No, I didn't mean that in like a offensive way or anything like that. It's just her look was very different from what I've remembered from the divas in the past, right? So that got me hooked. And then seeing her perform, and then I did a little more digging on the whole women's evolution thing, and then I got into Liv's feud with Becky with the whole underdog thing. And then they did a small segment where Liv tried to ambush Becky during training with the kendo stick. Yeah, I don't know. As I got into watching it more, my inner child felt at peace, and it broke me a little bit in a good way. Because growing up, I never really got to see that on TV. I just got to see a bunch of daffodil Barbie shit, you know?
The butterfly
I
belt.
Couldn't... Sorry?
I'm sorry, the butterfly belt. The divas belt.
Yeah, that wasn't for me. Here's the thing with the women's stuff, like what Vince did, looking at the documentaries and all that, I understand now. I appreciate it now. But the position they were being put in with, I don't know, dog food and being thrown shit at, and the bra and panty matches, it just left a very bad taste in my mouth growing up, so I couldn't get behind it. So yeah, it getting back into watching wrestling, it was kind of a sensitive topic. I didn't realize this was such a sensitive topic, but here we are.
Now, that is a very sensitive subject.
I never played with Barbies, so this is closest I will ever get to having Disney princesses. Yay!
Yay!
Oh,
So I'm guessing you weren't exactly the biggest Candice Michelle fan.
no, not really. I was more of a Beth Phoenix person.
You know,
Or Lita,
I still,
minus the whole celebration shit. But yeah.
well, like you like it or not, the celebration will always be part of her legacy, as well as Crime Time selling her underwear. But anyways,
We're in a good place now for women. Yay. I mean,
Yay!
yeah, they may be underpaid still in some aspects. Yay! Yeah, wait, no, that part's not yay.
Yay!
Yeah,
Yay!
yay!
Hooray! I
They
can
have
I can
more
cheer
than
for
2 minutes on TV. Yay!
Oh
Yay!
yeah. Though back in the day, you would just feel so bad for the girls, and not to mention like half of them had to make out with Vince McMahon. Oh,
Imagine that was actually a punishment.
oh, well, I remember one feud where Test and Scott Steiner were feuding over the managerial service of Stacy Keibler, and they were just being a bunch of creeps. And they had one match where it's just like, oh yeah, if I win, I get her as a manager. So, yep.
We are not objects. We are human beings. Also, another thing, in the span of 3 to 4 years of watching, I've met 7 wrestlers, which is kind of mind-blowing to me. I mean, some people don't get to meet their favorites until like, I don't know, 6, 7 years, but like I get it in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, meeting Rhea is still on my bucket list.
It'll
Okay, and I may want to redo meeting Liv because I wasn't really feeling well. I don't regret it. It's just I want a do over. Because my 7-year-old self decided it would be a good idea to take charge and be like, I want to say hi. And I shamelessly asked for a hug. I shouldn't be ashamed of that.
No,
No,
what are you talking about? At least he didn't just go for it, but I mean, I'm
oh
sure
God, no.
most weird ass fans do. Imagine just some creepy dude being like, "Oh, "I'm your biggest fan. Uh, will you sign this? Can can I hug you?"
Yeah,
Or just not even the common courtesy of that.
my dad had to nudge me forward to approach Raquel and Liv because I wouldn't budge. Like I took like tiny steps forward and he had to nudge me. And Raquel's like, "Oh, look at that little cutie." And I bet you anything they probably thought I was 12. But then the adult in me were thinking, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, you think I'm cute. Hell fucking yeah." Oh God, that's kind of embarrassing now. No, it's not. No, it's a flex. Fuck it, it's still a flex. But I don't know. It's been wild since getting back into watching wrestling. It's been wild, and now I have a podcast with you that I've only known you for 7, 8 months. Whoa, whoa.
Hey, wait, certain topics bring people together. And yeah, I mean, you've already been to one of the major pay-per-views. So that's
And
a pretty
all
big thing.
that's left on our list is WrestleMania, right?
Yes, WrestleMania.
That has to be the one. That will be the cherry on top.
Yeah, yeah, but seriously, I don't know. I thought from about it before the whole John Cena heel turn. I was just thinking, it's like, man, that was a crazy build up for WrestleMania last year. You had so many twists and turns, and
Oh yeah.
you know you don't know how that's gonna change, but then shit happens. My thought for then what's gonna happen for WrestleMania was then Cena was gonna lose the Elimination Chamber, And then when WrestleMania comes, Joe Hendry challenges him. So I thought that was probably the
That's
most
a
likely.
stretch.
Hey! I believe.
Oh yeah, you do believe. I mean, I do believe, but hey, at least you also believe. Oh, that's so lame. Get it?
Believe.
Believe. Which I think now we should segue to Raw. Speaking of Bo,
Change places!
Not a lot of wrestling.
meat sweats yet?
Uh, God, I was really tired when I got back home last night. I just kind of, you know, watched it to the side while playing Counter Strike. So I did get a lot of like the storyline sort of things going on. I loved that cage match. I thought the cage match was really good,
Cage match
solid
was
and
good. A lot of
super.
kickouts though. A lot of kickouts.
Yeah, well, it's still not any more kickouts than a Will Ospreay match. But
Mm.
anyways, I thought it was had a really solid ending. But my hands down favorite about Raw, Chad Gable.
He was a hoot, even though he interrupted New Day. But you know what? It's okay. The whole match with Ray it was pretty solid. It was, but I feel like okay, yes, Chad stole the show for that match, but I feel with the New Day, yes, they have heat, but they don't have Dom heat.
Kinda at the beginning, but it feels like it's
It
kind of
died down
losing.
very quickly.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
I
I guess
mean,
they
they
couldn't
gotta
just
do
beat up
something
someone.
with them, right?
I think Jim Johnston made their theme song, so clearly they want to do something
Did
with
he?
them. I'll put the clarification right
Mm.
there. But solid start off, but now they're just
Ray
kind of
wore
there.
pants.
Ray wore pants.
Cause like lately he's been wearing spandex, right? And sometimes it would look like he's wearing a big diaper. I'm sorry. It's just sometimes the gear is not on point. But those pants reminded me a little bit of 2000s Ray, which I kind of missed that look. So that was nice. But
Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y. Mysterio. Here we go.
classic. Classic.
Yeah. But I gotta say, I'm really enjoying what's going on with the Judgment Day. The story of Dom and Finn is really keeping me
Yeah.
interested. I don't think it's gonna end well though.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to kick Finn out and when they get a new member. I really do want them to change their name. That's why I won't call them Judgment Day, because they don't feel like Judgment Day. They don't
Well,
feel like Judgment Day.
all right. Well, Budget Day stuff really is tickling my fancy, especially with Carlito and Raquel.
Oh, I actually find that low key cute, even though Raquel is like, no, I want nothing to do with this apple eating dork.
I don't know. It could start off like that, but
Mm,
he's got some charm. I mean,
mm.
remember,
He's the good
he
guy,
know
remember?
well he knows what cool is.
He does, so he has taste.
Yeah, for apples.
I did like what he said to Finn when he wasn't paying attention. John Cena turned bad, but he said something along the lines of, I'm a good guy, though.
Carlito's been always been good, or something like that.
In his mind, in his mind.
So many people don't even know that he's the son of Carlos Colon because he made his own legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, a lot of people don't even know who Carlos Colon is. But well, nowadays, like in our generation,
Yeah.
sort of. But yeah, it's
He made a name for himself, so you
yeah.
gotta give him kudos for that.
And he's still going. Like, he's been going for a while. I remember, like, his interview with Chris Van Vliet, he would essentially said, all those springboards, all those flips. It's like, yeah, that's 04 Carlito.
That's over. You can't catch him doing that shit anymore. He kind of slowed down.
Speaking of slowed down, I'm interested in what's going on with AJ, but I don't like the fact that they changed his theme song back.
Really? A lot of people are on the fence about that. Some people actually like his new theme.
Well, I love his new. I loved his new theme, like the "You Don't Want None." I thought it had a sick beat. I thought it was new, and now it's just like they just went right back to his old one. And don't get me wrong, it's good too, but I like his new one way more. But he even just said that he knew then people weren't gonna like it, so that's why he did it. But I loved it. It was so good. Plus, why make a new one if you're just gonna go right back?
It was a slight character change. Very slight. Not
Yeah.
extremely, but very slight character change, yeah.
Well, another thing about that segment is I really hope that fan was a plant.
Remind me what happened?
There was this guy who was wearing an I Hate Logan Paul shirt, and Logan ripped it right off.
Oh, no, they're selling those shirts.
Yeah, so I hope that was a plant. Otherwise, it's like, what the fuck? Cause I kept looking back at him, and at one point he was talking to someone pointing at Logan, and
if he were a plant, okay. If he weren't, they'd probably give him a new one.
Hopefully, I mean, he did. I did see him
It's
wearing
kind of funny
shirt.
though.
Yeah, first the camera, and now this.
I'm pretty sure the camera one's a plant because he was too smiley about it.
He could have been.
No, would have been. I mean, all wrestlers start somewhere, right? As plants. Liv started as a plant.
Oh, Santino started as a plant.
LA Knight was a plant. You're thinking of another one.
I was gonna say Santino again, but it was for a different scenario. This the night where Jim Cornette slapped him for not being scared of the boogeyman in FCW. Oh. But what did you think of what's going on with the budget day?
I like it. I do. I do. I personally do. I'm just really waiting on this new member now so they can kick out Finn because he's just being grumpy pants. Just kick him out. Just take him out of his misery. Let's bring in a new member and hopefully maybe they could change the name because I'm not feeling it anymore. If you could rename Judgment Day, what would it be?
If we're going like lazy Vince McMahon 95 ideas, the new Judgment Day.
Okay.
Oh, or Dom's Domestics.
I would have called them Street Trash, like their shirt.
That works really good.
I mean, it says Street Trash on the shirt, and then a tiny part of it says Judgment Day. Might as well stick with Street Trash. I like that. The Alley Kids. No. No. Well.
Oh, that sounds like some West Side Snapping Fingers tough guy shit.
Kids. Low key, that's the vibe they're giving. I don't know. They don't come across as threatening anymore.
Nah, not really.
No. That's why I can't call them Judgment Day because Judgment Day used to be the scary, threatening type, but now it's more like. It's not giving me that vibe. It's something else.
Man, think about all that's happened since Edge started the Judgment Day.
Was he the one that wanted to turn Judgment Day into a supernatural thing, or did he not want that?
He did not want that. That was a Vince call.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense because I'm like, because it did kind of gave me the feel of what was Undertaker's old faction. I can't remember. Undertaker had a faction back in the day. It reminded me of that. I just can't remember the name. Oh, old Judgment Day reminded me of Undertaker's old
Mystery of Darkness.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, gave me those vibes. They had the
Especially
nice suits and everything and like the
Damien.
goth feel. Yeah. Again, that's why I can't call the current Judgment Day because that's not what they are. They're completely different.
Oh no, I still like Dom's Domestics though.
Well, I mean, they'd hate him even more.
Exactly.
Well, what's next? Is he gonna make them wear collars? I mean, they're kind of already doing that, but
Honestly, I thought they were gonna go in the direction of Dom getting whipped, but it seems like he's really been taking charge.
he grew a pair of balls, and I think that's what Liv gave him, a pair of balls, because Rhea neutered him.
Do you think she'd be a little bit more mad about him trying to make up with Rhea? But whatever.
Oh, well, when Liv said I'm not mad, the bitch is mad. No, I'm not mad. Come on.
Yeah. Come on, Matt.
I
We knew.
I'm a girl too. I know. I'm not mad. Bullshit.
Look, you don't need to be a girl to see that's like that's
Well, some
101.
guys are actually quite clueless, but
Well,
yeah.
look. Okay, yeah, fair. But to be fair, a lot of times when women say, then you're not mad, and unless you really know them, and then it's like, okay, cool.
Fair. Yeah.
Back to Counter Strike.
But I think Liv might hold a grudge. She's the type to hold grudges. But we'll see. I've been really thinking about this. I feel like she's still sticking around to get what she wants, and it's just a power thing. It's just a power thing. It's nothing about the family bullshit. It's a power thing.
You can tell then Liv and Raquel are pretty much just there for themselves.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like Dom's kind of been
I'm the man now.
yeah, he's the man now, and Finn's
He's
just
the
like
man now. I
but come on, that hug then Finn gave Dom was really sweet.
It seemed genuine. Yeah, it was sweet, but then like looking at Dom, I'm like, nah, he ain't feeling
Ooh.
it.
All right, so I know this is just a shot in the dark, and I have a huge chance of this being wrong, but my guess is during the championship match next week, Finn asked for help, and then they're just like, no. And then that's essentially their version of kicking him out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that checks out because they've given him a title shot. He's not gonna win for shit. I know
No.
that he's not gonna win. So maybe this is it. This
Yeah.
has to be it, or else they're just dragging it. Might as well get it started, and who knows? Maybe they'll reveal the new member at no, maybe not at WrestleMania. Maybe before WrestleMania.
Any guesses on who the new member will be?
Everyone keeps saying, what's his face from? Well, he was in AEW in the House of Black. What's his name?
Aleister Black
There we go.
or Malachi Black if you're an
Yeah,
AEW
there we go.
fan.
Malachi. Yeah. People are saying it's him. I think I would prefer him anyway to be the leader, even though, excuse me, Judgment Day has no leaders because we're a family. Sure. Okay. I can't think of anyone else.
I I can't either. If I don't know, maybe there's some NXT personnel then are there then could really use a call up, but I don't know.
No, oh, sorry. I just realized something. I think they might move to SmackDown
That'd be interesting.
because with the look Alexa gave Liv at Elimination Chamber after being pinned, I think there's a possibility Judgment Day is going to go to SmackDown. That's my guess.
Uh, well, fuck anything to bring the Wyatts back. I'm all for it.
I want them to destroy Judgment Day. Please.
Yeah,
Or just take one of them and make them their own. Anything.
I would really enjoy seeing Dom cower in fear from Uncle Howdy.
You know what? My favorite matches of Dom was when he tried fighting Gunter.
I love that match. That was great.
Oh, he had more than one too.
Oh, and every time he would just rip the vest from off him and just slap the shit out of him.
Dom's taking it like a champ. Oh, champs. EO's celebration segment.
It feels
They
like
disrespected her.
Feels like everything you were giving Rhea credit for last week, they undid it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Again, it doesn't really add up with the promo. That's why I'm saying it doesn't feel very consistent. But again, it could be just her just kind of suppressing her feelings. Cause a feelings person, she's not.
I mean, anything to get this triple threat match going.
They could have just announced it then and there, but all right. But again, it's fair because Bianca has that whole Jade and Naomi shit. So
Yeah.
they gotta drag it forward, and maybe we'll get a match with Rhea and Bianca. And that's a guess. Don't take my word for it. But I don't know. I felt bad for Io though. They interrupted her.
Oh,
Whoa.
just pushing her face away
I'm,
until she slapped the shit out of them.
that part was funny. They
Yeah,
had it coming.
they
They
did.
deserved it. They were
Yeah,
being rude,
yeah. That's the champ. You will respect the champ. Yeah, you
which
see.
again, well deserved.
Yeah, you see this. This is a replica of something that actually matters. This
I
thing doesn't.
actually like the other one better. Personally, I like
The
the other one better.
the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this one is just a big corporate logo. If we're being honest,
Can you imagine if they had one that said Netflix and then a tiny W in the middle?
so, just something straight out of 2K Creative.
I wouldn't be mad. No, no, it would be really cheesy. No,
No,
shouldn't do
I
that.
mean,
But side note, I do like the TNA tag team belts that Hardy Boys have. That those look nice.
I enjoy TNA's belts. They actually look very prestige.
Hmm.
Yeah, that they actually legit look like something you'd want to win.
And with that intercontinental belt, Raquel beat Bailey. Okay. How are you feeling about the theme song?
I had to listen to it again before we started recording. I forgot, and even then, now I forgot. That's how I think about it.
Oh, I need to do more with Raquel.
Look, I thought that Antonio Banderas guitar was cheesy at first, but at least it's something you remember.
That's true. I do like Raquel, but it's like, what are you? Oh, me angry, me part of tag team. I have belt too. I say that with love. um, I didn't see that coming. Well, I partially did, but because Liv and Dom help, but we know Raquel's not gonna win because she already has the belt. I guess they were pushing Bailey too much, so they had to pull back a bit and let Raquel win. Okay,
Uh,
it was a decent match. Wasn't bad.
Again, I was going pretty hard on CS:GO during this one. Like, it was just
I think that tells you much.
yeah, it was fine. But again, that was really my own fault. But there's nothing about Raquel that really makes me excited to see her wrestle.
I wish she won clean because it was her first singles match in a long time. I wish she won clean
Yeah,
instead of I'm gonna cheat to help her win. I mean, what's the point of being part of the muscle in the group when you need help by cheating? I get that you're the bad guys and you need to cheat, but you could have just at least given her a clean win.
give her flowers. Well,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
seems like Bailey is more focused on getting Roxanne Perez over. So
I
maybe
mean, at this point, Perez has no problem in that, especially after tonight's match. But, like, yeah, no problem.
But the thing is, the main roster is really different from NXT. So
It's stacked. It's a
it
lot
like
going on.
it's seems like a real scary place when you really look at it. I mean, now not only do you have NXT, but you have Evolve, you have Let's Fucking Go, you have all these other sort of stuff even outside of WWE.
It's a lot
So
of wrestling.
a lot of wrestling, and you got lots of opportunities to go elsewhere. But You go to the big house, the big place. It's like a whole
It's
other thing.
everything on your shoulders. With Evolve, I feel like Evolve is the preschool of WWE, and then NXT is kind of like high school, and then when you get to the main roster, okay, that's like the big leagues,
You
But
sink or
I
swim.
I wouldn't say NXT is developmental anymore because it doesn't feel like it.
No, no, definitely not.
But Evolve is, because
Yeah,
that's where Theory came from. That's where Shotzi came from.
really. Theory came from Evolve. I thought, or from like the developmental below.
Well, he did, but apparently he was in Evolve too, which they talked about last time. I'm like, oh, this is all news to me. So apparently Evolve is technically new. It's just
Maybe a different
it.
name.
No, it was Evolve. I guess they just brought back the show.
Oh, okay. All
Oh,
right.
there's so much wrestling, but yeah, I skimmed through Evolve. I skimmed through it.
Anybody of note?
I skimmed through it.
Okay, that works for me.
I skimmed through it. I mean, it's wrestling. It's good, but it's a lot.
Uh, yeah. Speaking of a lot, there were definitely a lot of promos in this episode, though.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I took note of. It's all leading up to next week's Raw, which is gonna be in Brussels. So it's gonna start around 12 p.m. my time.
Yeah, yeah, 1 p.m. my time. Like, well, I'll be at work, so fuck, I have to turn my phone onto airplane mode to avoid possible spoilers. But I mean,
It's
it's
gonna be a
Raw.
good one.
It's
It's
Raw.
gonna be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of promos, really good promos, but it's very basic formula. I'm the best type of thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna win. No, I'm gonna win because I look cooler than you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the cage match was great. No notes. No notes. But I think Roman may be jealous of his wise men comforting Punk.
That was really that was a turn. I
He felt hurt. You could just see his face like, how could you, wise man? Okay, SmackDown
Yeah,
on
you
Monday.
know what? Fuck SmackDown. Let's talk about Raw. Yeah, we're gonna have Penta versus Kaiser. That should be a good one.
Braun versus Finn. I can't wait for that.
I definitely feel like there's gonna be some storyline coming to a close there.
Well, with
Yeah,
the budget day, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I'm still very fascinated to see what's gonna happen with John and Cody.
Well, they're gonna go face to face. Well, not fight, but something's gonna happen
You think he's
on
gonna be
Monday.
bald?
Are we gonna get Thugonomics theme? No.
No,
I mean, it
no
would be
fucking
really
way.
cool, but no.
Nah,
No.
that would just be a throwback. Like I don't see this
That's
Cena
not what he
going that
wants
way.
to do anyway.
No, no.
He has an angry bald spot, so
You think
I
he's gonna
don't
go
know.
bald? I mean, like 2K25 put his bald spot in the game
For The Rock.
for The Rock. I did it for
For
The
The
Rock.
Rock. I'm gonna shave my head for The Rock.
Sold his soul to The Rock. You know, this has got me thinking long and hard. I should turn heel. You know, kick my boss in the dick. Tell people to go screw themselves. It probably wouldn't go as well as it did with John, but I don't know. I don't even know where the hell that was going.
I think it's really settled within our system now that John is a bad guy. I think we've really absorbed that, and now I can't wait. Like, is he gonna show up in a suit? Is he gonna show up in, like, I don't know? He's probably not gonna have new gear, and if he does, that would be different. Do you see him in the jorts as a heel? No, no way.
No freaking way.
If they put him on pants, dress pants, no. Oh, that would be kind of an eyesore a little bit. We would get our eyes adjusted for that.
Imagine John in a suit that's just a little too tight for him, like The Rock.
Oh, yeah,
That's just
that was a look.
that was just another jab at the Rock.
His bell bottom pants.
Him always buttoning up his sleeves.
How do you feel about The Rock? Not his character, but like what he's doing with the business. How do you feel about it?
Okay, first of all, his movies suck. There are a couple
His
of good.
characters.
There are a couple of good ones, but it feels like a couple of years ago we just had this endless stream of shitty rock action movies, and
Because he
just
just
all blend
plays
together.
the same character. No range. That's why Batista's my guy.
Thinking of it now, like even in Get Smart from 2006, where he played the bad guy, he was just The Rock.
But I do like one role from him. From Pain and Gain.
I haven't seen that.
I recommend it because he plays a recovering coke addict, and he used to be a thief, and he tried to be Christian, but of course that goes wrong, and he goes back to coke. But based on a true story, I recommend that movie. I thought his character was great. We don't really see a lot of that from The Rock. How about Scorpion King? I liked him in Scorpion King. I'll give him that.
Well, I haven't watched Scorpion King in a long time.
That was his first movie.
I kind of remember me liking it. I mean, I sort of remember The Rundown with Sean William Scott. Wait, wasn't he in one of the Mummy films?
Yes, the second one, Mummy Returns.
Yeah, it was
terrible CGI Scorpion.
The first Mummy film I thought was pretty funny because the guy who played the Mummy was great.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah, and
Those all were my childhood.
Non-wrestling related. What did you think of the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise?
Fuck Tom Cruise. My dad watched it. I didn't watch it, and he said, "No, I don't like it. It's terrible. That guy's into Scientology. I don't like it." Those are his notes.
Your dad's cool.
He gets that a lot. Half the time, I think he's part golden retriever, but hey, he also doesn't like Cody. He's more of a Cena guy now, so.
Cena was the child-friendly guy. He was the poster child, and now Cody is. It's just a typical sort of thing. Yep, the kids are gonna love Cody, but we're not gonna be the biggest fans of him, even though we know he's legit tough. After wrestling that Hell in a Cell match and fighting Brock Lesnar and all that sort of stuff, that dude's tough. That dude is tough, but he's the guy. So I don't know. I'm very guilty of this, but I found that a lot of times when somebody gets like super popular and they become the one, I usually move on to somebody else.
Well, yeah, because it gets pretty stale pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean,
they get too over. It's kind of like Jay. I mean, I loved Jay, but then it was just it became a little oversaturated for me.
Oh God, wrestling fans are the worst. It's nothing's ever good enough for us. When we get what we want, that's not what we want.
But hey, we're not gonna be whiny assholes about it. I mean, we're honest about it. We're not gonna be the type where it's like, well, no, Io should have won. Rhea should have won because she's a lot more popular. Nah. We're a bunch of weenies. We're not like that, okay? Those people are from Weenie Hut Jr. We're not. We're at.
We're from Super Weenie Hut Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna say we're in Salty Spittoon, but I guess not.
I think that's a little too tough for us.
I slipped on an ice cube and I'm covered in these boo-boos.
Boo-boos, huh? But on that note, we're gonna end it here. Jacklyn, is there any last final words you want to say?
I do. I actually have a question. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. Okay, so blah, blah. What did I write? Blah blah blah. New viewers coming in. Most of them are women. Yes, yay, Women's Day. I've also noticed a lot of the women have never seen the product or any kind of wrestling before. So besides the hot people, I get it. They're all hot. Okay, but besides that, What gravitated y'all to check out the WWE? And for the current fangirls, what got you to start watching and what do you love about it? Let's start a conversation.
We
You know,
really
I
want to
want
know.
to know.
We want to know.
Yeah, like, is it because of their boyfriends? I mean, that's also a good reason, or whatever. It kind of reminds me of when Maxine was on that podcast. I can't remember, and he asked her in that context what got you into wrestling, and she said her family, I think her dad and her brother watched wrestling, but she watched Total Divas first, so that's what got her into watching wrestling and getting into wrestling. So that's really interesting to me. Maybe they started with Total Divas. I don't know. But I'm curious, and also I would like new friends. But no, you guys are great. It's just you guys are mostly guys. It would just be nice. It would just be nice. But yeah, okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching episode 3, and we will see you on the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.